for more on that story on the Cyprus president's visit to India is our correspondent at this point of time, Siddharth Sibul, joining us. Siddharth, what's in store? The delegation level meetings have started. What's in store? What's on the table between the two teams there?
Well, Anil, right now I'm at the Hyderabad house, and the main focus will be economic cooperation, and of course the other issue will be combating terrorism. But economic cooperation expected, a lot of MOUs are expected to be signed, especially in the field of merchant shipping, agriculture, education, culture, and aviation. In aviation, logistic agreement is expected to be signed. A service agreement is expected to be signed between India and Cyprus for direct connectivity between both the nations, which of course will boost tourism. And remember, Cyprus has a lot of rules like the startup visa rule for entrepreneurs across the world, which augurs well for India's Startup India policy. A lot of entrepreneurs can go to Cyprus. And remember, Cyprus is also one of the biggest investors in India, the 8th largest investor in India, with an investment of over $8 billion US. So that, of course, is on the table. And both the nations have a similar worldview. Cyprus supports India on the front of energy, and also India's position at the UNSC reform. It backs India's seat at a permanent and a reformed UNSC. Meanwhile, India also has talked about the territorial integrity and sovereignty of Cyprus. Remember, Cyprus was invaded by Turkey in 1974, leaving the island divided between the Turkish Cyprus and the Greek Cyprus. And that division still remains. It's one of the last divided countries in the world. And today morning at the Rashtrapati Bhavan, the Cypriot leadership thanked India and said that they are grateful to India for this stance on the issue, and they hope that the Cypriot issue can be solved peacefully. So that is one of the key takeaways from the Cypriot side. So it's a win-win for both the countries, and the press statement will take place at 1:30. Only then we will get to know what is the official word.
Siddharth, is it going to be, for India, is it going to be a tricky diplomatic balancing act? You know, you've got the Cyprus president who's in India on a 5-day visit, followed by the Turkish president who's expected to follow after that.
Well, exactly the same question was asked by the MEA, from the MEA spokesperson during his briefing on Thursday. And, well, he said that nothing is coincidental in diplomacy. That was the only thing. But, of course, that's very coincidental, because Cyprus and Turkey are, in a sense, loggerheads with each other, because half of the island nation is under the Turkish occupation, and when the Cypriot leadership has also asked, actually nudged India, that when the Turkish leadership will be in India, they should ask the Turkish leadership to solve this contentious issue for the island peacefully. So as you just said, it's kind of balancing act which is expected to take place, and the Turkish leadership visit begins on Sunday. It's a 2-day visit, and the Cypriot leadership is here in India for 5 days. So pretty much it's kind of a balancing act.
Okay, we'll leave it there. We'll come back to you again for more updates after the bilateral meeting. Well, moving forward now, more trouble for